Welcome back to 1010's podcast with Michael and Adam and Robbie.
The Kango Motorsports Studio.
Kango Motorsports Studio, in which I just produced the worst live Instagram video of all time, and I apologize for the 10 people that watched that for 2 minutes.
I was late. Sorry.
Yeah, they literally stopped what they were doing to watch
See what happens when I'm not around.
To watch me sit and spin in this office chair. That's all I did.
Adam's late.
They talked to me a little bit.
Video.
We talked to Robbie about something.
They got to see that sometimes I do have my phone charged.
They did?
I knew that I would. I knew that I would.
Died last week.
I knew that I would need it this week, so I made sure to have it charged.
They got to learn what the topic was for Sunday.
They already know?
I told the people that were watching because I felt bad that they tuned in for no reason. So I said
you didn't save that video, did you?
No, it's gone.
So everyone else is just going to have to listen to the rest of the show instead.
Right.
Well, at least they know now that there's an episode coming.
True.
So around the holidays, they're pretty flaky.
Yeah.
Go anywhere.
Yeah.
We're not planning on canceling anything.
No.
I have to work like literally every day but Christmas and New Year's.
I get that.
So
it doesn't really matter to me.
It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. I asked if I could work on Christmas and then have Friday off. That was
not an option.
That was shut down.
Does anybody else feel the joy of the holidays just as an adult is non-existent? It's gone.
First of all, bah humbug.
More and more.
Secondly,
more and more the Grinch.
No. Yeah, dude, the Grinch.
When you were a little kid, it was great, right?
Oh yeah.
And my kid, psyched.
Does that bring you some joy though?
Yeah, he probably has joy.
He gets a little bit.
Yeah,
He gets
bit.
excited.
Yeah.
So he's going to be 3, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be 3 in March.
Does he get the holiday thing yet though, or is it just when you tell him like, "Hey, we're going to see Grandma and Grandpa"? And
he just
presents.
He knows that when things are wrapped, there's usually good things in them.
Okay, so he's getting that association
right, but he hasn't figured out that not everything that's wrapped is his.
Oh,
understood.
Yeah. Right.
Fair enough.
So like if it's in a box and it's wrapped up, he's fucking pumped about it because it's his.
So
even if it's not,
what you're doing is you're already crushing his soul.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I'm also
fine.
As an adult, it just gets smashed down every day.
You get like no presents.
Introducing him to a little bit of disappointment now.
Here, I can bring some petrol head related child Christmas joy into your lives here. How about that?
Yeah,
great.
Turns out. So you remember advent calendars where you open them up and they have like the chocolate or whatever?
Yeah. I never had one of those, but yes. Because you know how I know about them?
Because you didn't get to enjoy
chocolate.
Christmas.
Yeah. When I was younger, pre like 18,
parents hated you.
ate chocolate. No, Christmas was great.
Just not advent calendars.
Just not advent calendars. The only reason I know about them is because of Christmas Vacation, the movie.
Well, so apparently Hot Wheels has one.
Oh.
Yeah.
With cars in it?
There's 8 of them that are cars.
Come on. What's the rest of the stuff?
So far we've unpackaged 2 caution cones.
Autocross style? Okay.
A ramp.
Great.
This weird deal that snaps onto the front wheels to give it a snowplow.
Great.
Also one that does that makes it look like Santa's sleigh and then 2 reindeer.
Just perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
So far that's... Oh, we got a Christmas tree, but it was like a drag racing Christmas tree.
Great.
Which was pretty rad.
So how much does this extravagance cost?
I don't know. I didn't...
$8,000-$9,000?
I didn't approve of the purchase.
25
to the purchase.
25? That's my guess. 25, 30?
It's probably 25.
So it's pretty cool, though. He loves it.
I should say
he gets really excited about it every day.
The Lego one's 35.
Hot Wheels is cooler.
Yeah, obviously. Hot Wheels is... Do you know the price?
No, I don't have the slightest clue.
Do you want to know?
Uh-oh. Show me the price real quick.
Do I want to know the price?
I don't know if you do.
Nah, let's not go there.
Don't ruin Christmas just yet. We'll deal with that after Christmas.
Well, it's already bought and paid for. I think you're okay.
We're over halfway through it at this point.
Yeah, it's yours
it's too
now.
late now.
So
that's cool. I like that.
It's a good idea if you don't have to pay for it.
It is a sweet idea. So.
Yep, fair enough. So this comes out on the 23rd, right?
Sure, why not?
I think so.
I don't know.
My point is, I'm trying to bring a little bit of Christmas cheer to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
you can listen to this on your way to your Christmas thing.
My point is, it just doesn't feel very Christmassy this year.
No, there's no snow.
It's so awesome. It's 50 degrees today. I loved it.
Oh, it's like 58. It was so hot.
I have another story that I didn't have in my opener that is kind of funny.
Let's do it.
You want to talk about it? Should we talk about it?
I don't care.
We don't.
It's fine. It's Christmas. We'll do whatever we want.
As people know, I work like not lineman stuff, but kind of lineman stuff and bucket trucks and whatnot. And so today we were running some new fiber outside of town because they have built new power poles, and we got to move it from the old ones to the new ones. And of course, they're on the other side of the street, so you have to like completely rebuild. You can't just like take it off and put it on the new one instead, like often you're able to do. The ditch that we are working in is very, very wet. And
hashtag or normal?
No, soaking.
No, like Grid Life 2018.
Moist is what you're saying.
Yes. And we've kind of put this job off until this time of year because, who cares if there's water in the ditch? There's 12 inches of frost.
There'll be snow in there.
Yeah, who cares, right? We'll just do it when it's frozen. Great, excellent. Yeah, well, it's not because it was almost 60 degrees today. So, also, my 4-wheel drive bucket truck is broken down, and the spare we have is a 2-wheel drive.
Nice.
Great.
With a motor that they put in it last week, a brand new one. So it's not broken in yet.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that matters with diesels or anything like that, but
I'm sure it's fine.
Don't know.
yeah.
You'll find out.
So we got it so stuck that I had to call Hannafin Towing, who, for anybody who doesn't live locally, they're the local company that pulls semis out of the ditch when they tip over. And they brought out their full...
The big rig?
The big rig.
Fuck yeah.
And when he first tried to get us unstuck, I was so stuck that he pops his head out the window and goes, "You gotta have it in neutral." To which I responded, "It is." And he was literally spinning the wheels on his semi trying to pull us out of this thing.
Yeah, it's
We
one of
were
those.
stuck.
It's one of those actual semi-truck tow trucks. Is that a crane, Robbie?
I don't know. Is this
That's not a tow truck. It's a crane.
It's a tow. It's from
What
that
is
company.
That?
It's
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the?
That's not the one that
that's
they
not the one
sent
they
us,
use.
That's not the one I
unfortunately.
was thinking of.
Oh.
It's
So-
a solid frame.
I should have done this earlier, but Robbie, you got pictures inbound.
All right.
But yeah, we were very, very stuck. And unfortunately, where we were stuck and where I needed to be was about 30 foot apart. And so what we ended up doing was we had this Hannafin guy there for 2 hours.
Oh.
And we just hooked onto it with his winch, and he just pulled us down the ditch from the road to where I needed to be. And then we were at one pole, we were like 30 foot away from the pole, and he pulls us down the ditch to the pole. We went up in the bucket truck, did what we had to do, came back down. He pulled us 250 feet down the ditch to the next pole.
Nice.
Did what we had to do, pulled us out of the ditch, turned the truck around, dropped it right back in the hole again, because you have to go one way and then turn around and come back the other.
Oh man.
And so, yeah, he ended up being there for a little over 2 hours, and I don't even want to know.
Was he a good sport about it? Was he clearly just
No, he was
sick of
he was
it?
like, I don't give a shit,
You getting paid no matter
No,
what.
he was
He's on the clock. Truck's on the clock.
he had
doesn't care.
never seen how people put stuff up on power poles before.
Oh.
And he was like, I've always kind of wondered, like, how do you get that stuff up there? He was cool about it, like thought it was pretty interesting to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a deal. So that was what I spent most of my morning
for a
doing.
long day.
Yeah, I've never experienced one of the big tow rigs before.
No, it was quite a deal.
No, we just had tractors on the farm. When I'd get stuck, I'd have to go get another tractor to pull that
Yeah.
tractor out. That was always fun.
I have in the last couple months had multiple tow trucks on job sites, as well as knocking on the farmer's door and asking him if he would be willing to pull me out with his tractor. And
Luckily, it's Iowa, and they usually say yes.
all of our bucket trucks have tow ropes in them, and today the tow rope we had wasn't in the truck wasn't long enough, so we made one out of the strand you put up on the poles, because it's like a
Yeah, thick cable.
3/8 steel cable. It's like, just double it up. Let's go
fine.
for it.
Yeah,
we broke,
yeah,
we
it'd be
broke
fine.
it twice. It was no big deal.
Meh.
You just don't stand between the two vehicles that
Yeah,
are trying.
Just stay away.
Yeah, but instead of pulling the truck out, we got it deeper, and that's when we had to call in the professionals.
Fair enough.
It was quite a deal. It was hilarious. I texted Spencer, and I texted him a picture of the truck in the ditch, and I was like, need an excavator and a big chain pronto, because that's what he does
Yeah.
for a living, And I was like, I need your help, bro.
He didn't help you?
No, he's a jerk like that, I guess.
Did he even respond?
He did.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then I sent him that picture right there with the truck, and I was like, this guy got it. And he's like, oof, that's gonna hurt. Yep.
That's
Yep,
expensive.
It's not gonna be good. I got prior approval though.
Oh, good.
Somebody else's problem now.
I'm sure that I'm probably still gonna get an email like, "What the fuck, dude?" But
We lost money on this job.
Sorry.
I think we'll still come out ahead.
That's good.
So, anyway, Christmas. I got out the Christmas ornaments. I have the petrol box ornament in the car that this was
Zach.
Yeah, Eyes Up Auto. He made some of those. I think the other ones are around. I just don't know.
Mine's
I thought
mine's
I
at
left them
home.
here.
Oh, did you take them home? Okay.
Mine's at home.
Yeah, I remember it being here, but
Yeah.
I also remember it being on my tree for some reason.
That's probably because he sent them to you in advance, and you said something about them being on your tree at some point. So
No, I don't recall. Bah humbug.
as part of the opener that we may or may not ever get to at this point, I had to listen to some of our old shows, so I remember you saying that they were on your tree.
Oh.
So they're on
I
your
remember.
tree.
Yes, I remember the picture. I don't know if I put one up. If I did this year or last year. Did I
So.
remember? No, whatever.
Let's move on to your opener then. How
Okay.
about that?
Absolutely.
Adam's opener presented by Factor Fabrication.
So last year, first or second show of the year, episode 101, we talked about a list of cars that we were excited for, while Road and Track was excited for in 2018. Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to be cars that were going to get released, most of them, of the sporting type.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get excited about the new.
I mean,
Blazer.
Someone probably does. The Blazer's kind of cool.
Okay, never mind. I don't know anything. The new
The
Buick.
Civic. No, people like
people
Civic.
love the Civic.
Camry.
The Camry.
Does that have
Nobody
an
cares.
enthusiast? It's not like the
yeah, I'm
Prius.
sure. I'm sure.
Prius
Well, now there's a
probably.
TRD Camry, so
Yeah,
there'll be
everyone-
somebody
Well,
that'll
but
be.
that's
Someone's
kind of
excited
cool.
about it.
I mean, it's not cool, but it's kind of cool.
It's trying at
Good
least.
enough.
That's good.
It's a start in the right direction, I guess. But anyway, it dawned on me when I was thinking about this list, and I went back and listened to the show, and I've got some things to say about 2018 and this list.
Great. Let's
So-
do the list because
We're gonna go
I'm
through this
excited.
list and. List that we did on episode 101 and the list that we're going to do now, slightly different in responses.
So to be fair, I don't know why this is being fair. This was written on November 13th of 2017.
Okay.
Just tidbit of information, 13 months ago.
Right. So the first car they have on the list, the Mercedes AMG 1.
Yeah, I'd be excited about that too if I had $3 million.
Let's see here. Cars that you can buy or that have currently exist in 2018. Not that one.
There's one.
I don't even know that there is.
The one they took the picture of.
You don't think that's a Photoshop picture?
I think that's a
This one.
rendering.
This one might be, but there is one. There is one of these cars.
I don't know that there is.
There is.
Because we just talked not even that long ago about how this car.
Didn't Oliver James Webb drive one?
No, that was a Senna.
No, I think he
That
drove
was the
this too.
McLaren Senna.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a picture of Lewis Hamilton with this car.
But this car, this was just a few months ago. There was a news article, I think we even did, about how they were having trouble getting their Formula One engine to pass emissions, and so it was delayed.
It wouldn't idle correctly.
Because it idles at like 9,000 RPM or something stupid. It was 5,000, like legitimately, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, see, there's one.
Yeah, there's one that they're working on.
No, there's one that's
Well, it's not done.
Yeah, there's one that they take to things,
Yeah.
Well, it
but
doesn't
they
count.
can't produce it.
Yeah, so
Right.
that doesn't count.
So, I mean, I the general public was never going to get this car, but the general public that could get this car still doesn't have this car at the end of 2018.
Yeah.
So, number 2.
Yes. Oh, you want Robbie to go to 2.
It's,
Sorry.
Computer's broken.
It's the Corvette ZR1.
Thank you.
Does exist.
Yes, you can buy that
GM has
with
delivered
money.
on the Corvette. Of all the things they don't deliver on, at least it wasn't the Corvette.
And the ZR1 did well.
It's sweet.
People like it.
We love it.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Would drive.
We were hoping that that Chevy would bring one of these to Grid Life and race it against the Viper,
That would have been awesome.
and they didn't.
Damn it, Chevy.
But
What a letdown.
I mean,
Yet another disappointment from GM.
I'm sure we'll touch on that next week.
No, we're going to touch on it later today. It's in the news.
Oh yeah.
so yeah, that one was fine.
Yeah, we're good
I
with
don't
it.
have any complaints on that one. Next, Robbie, hit me with your best shot.
It is the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Also, not available.
Vaporware. Not a real thing.
So only in the last week have they announced that they have an engine for it.
Oh,
Good.
Cosworth has shown pictures of it, shown video of it running. It does 11,100 RPM for a red line. It makes 1,100 and some odd horsepower.
Well, they're pretty good close on their accurate or their estimate then.
What I thought was funny is that I saw a Jalopnik article about how in order for Cosworth to build this V12, they built a 3-cylinder that made 250 horsepower. And I was like, yeah, because the V12 makes 1,000 horsepower. That's how math works.
Yeah, it's fine.
They were like just shocked by the fact that this little
They
3-cylinder,
started with 3 and then
that this little 3-cylinder can make 250 horsepower. But like, yeah,
it's the same design, just
Yeah.
missing parts.
yeah,
Oh my God, no way.
yeah. I don't know. But anyway, this car not available to the general public. That's 2 out of 3. Not looking good so far.
The BMW Z4.
So I went to BMW's website. The Z4 is listed as a car. You cannot build one, and I could not find a price, which leads me to believe that this car is not currently available on the market.
That's what I was just
I've
scrambling to find.
never seen one. Not,
So
not
this is built-
this type.
This is the one that they share with Toyota. This is built on the
Oh, yeah.
on the Supra chassis.
That doesn't exist either.
So
Just slow your roll, Robbie. We're
here's
gonna get there.
Here's an update from Car and Driver on 12/12, so less than a week ago.
Yep.
Pricing starts at $50,695, which means that if they just announced the pricing, that it's probably not available.
Right.
And why would you release a convertible in December?
Right.
Why would you do that?
So they do have a full page about it. You can already schedule your test drive at your local BMW dealership. But
How
this
far
car,
in advance?
again, does not exist.
Especially not in 2018.
Right.
So we're 1 for 4.
3 out of
Yeah.
4 do not exist
Woo.
as of yet.
Well, let's see if we can keep this roll going. Oh, shit!
no, the Toyota
it's the fucking Supra.
Hey, is that a Supra?
No.
Did you guys see that video?
No.
No.
Where there's someone brought a Mark IV to a car wash, like one of those where like you have employees that get out and wash the car.
Oh, yeah. Those
And
get
like
super
there's a
popular.
whole bunch of people, like all the employers, like, hey, is that a Supra? And then another one pops out of some random thing. Is that a Supra? And then like this some dude like pops out and he takes a squeegee, like what you would use to dry off the windshield, and he wipes both of his lenses on his glasses. Is that a Supra? It's fucking hilarious. I love it so much.
I'll have to check that out.
Super funny. But yeah, so again, another car that has yet to be released in 2018.
That's been a thing for like
3
4
years.
years, yeah.
So there were spy shots leaked of what this car is actually going to look like.
allegedly.
Allegedly, correct. I sent this picture to Robbie. I see a lot of Mark IV Supra in those headlights,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
which I think is cool. If that's really what it's going to look like. If that's not just
Still-
like
I
a
still
Mark
don't-
IV Supra with a body kit on it.
Yeah, I still don't like that
It
bumper.
probably is, to be honest.
Somebody grabbed the rendering and made a body kit for it.
Yeah, get the body kit out faster than you can get the actual car.
So if that's really what it looks like, it doesn't look like a bad looking car.
I still hate that front bumper.
But once again,
Doesn't exist.
here we are. The 6th car on this list so far, right? 6th
I don't know. I can't.
5th. We're at 5.
that don't exist and one that does.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
No,
5,
you're right.
5 total.
5 total.
4 don't exist.
Right.
All right, moving on. Super no good.
The Alpine A110.
Can you get that? Oh, it's not coming to America anyway.
not
Not coming to America,
so it
anyways.
kinda doesn't matter.
This car does exist. It has been driven. Well, I guess it exists to journalists at least. I don't know that it exists.
Yeah, if you travel to Europe.
I don't know that it exists to the common public, but it does exist to journalists. There are videos of it. I didn't look that closely into it because we're never going to get it anyway.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Right.
This is saying production started in 2017, but we'll see.
The mid-engine Corvette.
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Another car that we haven't even seen yet.
It's likely coming in 2018.
It's not.
No road and track. No.
Once again, another news article that just came out only a week or so ago.
Uh-huh.
This car's production timeline has been pushed back 6 months due to a catastrophic electronic failure that is going to require the entire electronic system of the car to be overhauled and redone.
Ooh, that's an expensive mistake.
6 months.
Of
Something
all
is
of the electrical
something really
engineers.
stupid.
Yeah,
Leave it to GM.
you don't.
Fire him.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
The Lamborghini Aztec. I mean, Urus.
The urine, the Lamborghini
urine?
urine.
Uranus.
The UTI.
Yes, the Lamborghini urethra.
Yeah.
Blech.
It's available.
It exists.
It exists.
Yeah, you saw it.
Some,
Yep, I've been in it.
some pastor's under fire for buying one for his wife.
It's probably not a good look.
That's not a good look for a pastor.
That's not that Joel guy, is it, from Chicago?
No, I don't think it is.
Damn it!
I don't think it's old Osteen, but
That
I
dude-
it was
was
another.
hoping it was him.
That dude's worth like
$1 billion.
$1
It's another mega church guy. I don't know. I don't remember what his name was. I didn't care enough to look at it. But yeah, he bought one of those for his wife, and people are losing their minds.
they should.
Yeah, weird.
It's funny.
So yeah, it's available. So that's what,
Yeah,
two,
it's a thing.
three,
Yeah.
three now.
Two.
If you want to count the Alpine,
Yeah, sure. We'll go with. We'll be generous.
Yeah, it's
Three.
Three.
It's the season of giving.
Three
Yeah,
out of 8.
absolutely. We're in the holiday spirit,
No,
right?
we're not. Bah humbug. Moving on.
The BMW 3 Series.
Yes, the car that nobody could give 2 flying fucks about is available
Yeah,
if you so
it
choose.
does exist.
No, we're excited
yeah.
about it last year. We're excited
No,
about
we
it
weren't
now.
actually.
Oh.
If we titled the episode 3 or 4 cars we're kind of excited about.
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah, that's
Out of 10. We were pretty much right. The problem is that half the cars we were excited about are on this list of things that didn't make it.
That seems right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Call this
the
one
3
0
Series-
cars we're excited about.
Disappointed
3 or 4 cars we're disappointed about.
in 2018.
The 1998 Jeep Wrangler. I mean, the 2019 Jeep Wrangler.
How
Does-
dare you, sir? This doesn't have square headlights.
Yeah,
I can't tell in this
They
picture.
changed it, Robbie. It's totally different.
way
It's got
bigger.
4 doors. You could
It's
get a
huge.
4-door Jeep Wrangler in
Do they even have
1998.
new design engineers, or they just like regurgitate the same stuff?
It's better than what they're doing at GM. Just let them do it.
That's a weird thing I've never thought was going to happen. Or Michael defending Jeep over GM.
You've changed, man.
You know what I
You
would
know
rather
what?
have?
That's not even his fault. I'm not even going to fault him for
Yeah.
that one. I'm
Yeah.
actually with him.
Somebody
and I
should
think
take
Jeeps
responsibility.
are stupid.
Somebody should be taking responsibility for this.
Damn the man.
Dan the man.
Agreed. We're still not excited.
And you
about
know what
the
else they
But
are
this car
making?
does exist.
It does.
At least.
You know what
At
else
least
they're
we
going to
got
make
that, right?
that I actually am quite interested in?
Who?
Is
The
Jeep.
Gladiator?
Yes.
You're actually interested in that?
Yes, I wanna
think
see
it's-
it.
I think it's kind of stupid.
I want to see it.
That's the pickup, right?
That's the pickup.
That's the pickup.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
not-
uninterested in it.
I don't think I want to spend money on one.
That's
I wanna
the
see
biggest
it.
thing.
I think
I
that
wanna see it.
It's not only is it going to be expensive because it's a Jeep, but I
Look at
think
it.
it's going to be expensive as a Jeep.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Hummer H1 pickup with a Jeep front end. So it'd be kind of cool and fun.
It's going to be smaller than that.
I
at
hope
least.
people buy
Yeah,
it.
definitely smaller than a Hummer.
I bet you it's crazy expensive.
That's a $75,000 pickup, I bet.
No.
No.
Get out of here.
No.
If you can get a Jeep Wrangler for 60,
Is that what they cost?
not the
Like
not the
like a
Renegade. What's the
Limited or whatever
the
they call it?
Sahara edition or whatever?
Well,
Once you spec them all the way up.
yeah, you'll be able to get a $75,000
No,
Gladiator.
not
Yes,
$75,000.
Yes.
I'm moving to a different country. That's too much money.
prove me wrong.
No,
I'm not.
Where you
I don't
live
think that
really
I can prove you
changes
wrong.
it.
So that car or that SUV starts. You cannot get one cheaper than 28,000
That's actually
Plus
that's
delivery.
a lot less than I was expecting.
delivery fees. That's like no options. You would never buy that one because it doesn't have
what's
diff locks. It
what's a
doesn't-
realistic one that's going to be sold?
That's what I'm trying to find. Is okay. So you want?
Don't they usually have, like,
They
if
have
you
a
go to their
Mohab.
website,
That's probably expensive.
if you go to their website, they usually have one that's the pictured, it's like as
Hold on.
pictured and has a list price.
Hold on. So the Sahara
Okay.
starts at 38.
Okay, we're getting there.
Are you ready to hate yourself and the general buying public?
I already hate
Yeah,
both of them.
I
Okay.
look in the mirror all the time, really
So-
disappointed.
The
but-
Mohab starts. It starts at $51,200.
I wasn't too far off on my estimates here.
That's insanity.
Let's see what we can do here.
There is a $75,000 option.
There might
I
be.
knew it.
Yeah, he might be right because I'll bet you this is going to be the class topic.
All right, somehow I didn't do anything, and now I'm at 52.7. Like I literally didn't click on anything. Packages. This is what I want. Wow. It doesn't have heated seats at $53,000.
Hey,
Holy crap!
All right,
That's
I'm just
crazy.
gonna click some stuff. Clicky, clicky. Click on that. What else we got here? Paint. I'm sure there's a paint upgrade, but I'm not really that worried about it. Ooh,
what's
the
this?
power top is surprisingly expensive.
It's not that.
I'm not
surprising.
surprised
It's not at all.
at all.
surprising.
$2,000 for the top.
You know
that
what?
rolls
That
back.
seems totally reasonable to me.
On brand.
It's a lot of money. God, there's a lot of stuff I can click here. I'm at 50. Let's see,
You got
$57,000 is where I'm at.
and you're not like really even that dedicated to clicking everything.
I didn't probably click everything. You could have 58 or 59, I would guess, if you kept clicking on some stuff.
Okay, I was.
So 60 by the time it's destination charges and stuff, which is what you said. You said you could buy a $60,000.
I said 75 at my top.
Well, you
end,
said
but-
75 for that for the.
Oh,
for
you're
the
not
Gladiator.
You're not looking at you're looking at the Wrangler.
I don't think the Gladiator's available.
Oh
yet.
no, there is a there is a configurator on their website. No prices.
Well,
well, there
I'm
you
sticking
go.
to my claim then. I bet this thing's higher.
TBD.
I really hope that it's not.
TBD.
Well, it's got two. It's longer and bigger. It's got to cost more.
Dude, it's
more
It's
American.
gonna be the hot thing.
Plus, everybody makes they make money hand over fist on trucks. Jeep's gonna do the same thing.
Imagine the dealer
2020.
markup.
The markup on the regular Wrangler.
I know,
My
but,
God.
like,
So add
That's-
a bed to it.
Yeah, it's
No.
gonna get
I'm
expensive.
gonna move somewhere else.
I don't know why you think that's gonna fix anything. Jeeps are expensive everywhere.
I would say if you move to the hills, they're just gonna bring the Jeeps to you. That theory doesn't work out for this
I'm
situation.
gonna move to the Italian countryside
They don't have
where
Jeeps
they all
there.
smoke cigarettes and drive around in
Ferraris
Fiats and
Fiats.
Ferraris.
Yeah,
Sold.
absolutely.
I'm in.
Maybe a Maserati here and there. That asshole down the street with the Lambo.
Screw that guy.
Yeah. What a jerk.
Nobody likes him.
That's all we have.
So there was 5, maybe 5, stretching 5 of 10 are available.
Yeah, so about half.
Well,
It's
Well,
not
a,
good odds.
It's a well-written article.
So I just thought it was interesting. I think as much shit as we're giving Road and Track for it, I think it's
you got to go off of what they
speaks
say.
more poorly to the manufacturers than anything.
Yeah, if a manufacturer comes to me and says your new Corvette's going to be here
Yeah.
next year,
Yeah.
you got to write that.
Like what?
yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah. And you're not going to be like, I highly doubt it. Because then when it comes out, they're going to be like, yeah, well, remember that one fluff piece you wrote? Now you're not driving it.
Yeah, on 1010's podcast, they said no way. Now we don't get a car.
Yeah, well,
Just real quick for the record before I go to Chicago, I love Jag and Land Rover. Anybody's listening? Jag and Land Rover,
and
real great
Mercedes.
stuff.
You had nice things to
Mercedes.
say
No,
about
I've got a
Volvo.
connection to a PR person for Jag and Land Rover, so it's real great, just top notch.
Best.
I know I
in
said Mercedes
class.
is the best and Volvo is second, but I'm thinking it's probably Jag.
Land Rover.
Jag at the top, a little bit of Land Rover up in there as well.
F-types are looking real good
F-Type is
these
a real
days.
sharp look. Oh shit, the F-Type is aging extremely well. Just looks brand new. Put it next to the Z4 and you go, that's an ancient looking BMW. I would rather not have that in any circumstance.
Agreed.
Yeah,
It's
because
good.
yeah, for sure.
I think I'm covered. I'll just
They
send them that
both
snippet.
They both come with base 4 cylinders, so I'm going to take the Jag at that point.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you
that was
for reliving that
at-
list.
at
That was
least,
fun. We knew that was going to be stupid. I'm glad that we came back
at least
to
we
it.
were right on that.
I would love to
We
find
felt
that
pretty
list
good.
again and do it.
I have
again.
every intention of doing that for 2019.
Great. Let's do it.
Nothing like reoccurring content.
It makes our lives a lot easier, to be fair.
Yeah.
FactorFabrication.com and Factor Fabrication on Instagram. Somehow you found yet another picture on his website.
That you've never seen.
Wait, no, this is the
It's the same staircase, but a different picture that
the
I did.
tree leaf staircase
Yep.
thing. That's pretty cool.
It's more artsy than I remembered.
Where is it? Can you tell? Like,
I
give
can
me a
tell you,
scenario-
I've never been to this
Give
building.
me a scenario of where it is. Is it a commercial building? It's
Yeah.
some sort of commercial
I think it's a
building.
commercial building
I think that's-
downtown.
It's,
Oh, okay.
A downtown. I don't know which
Downtown.
downtown.
Fair enough.
It's a business I'm not going to frequent.
Yeah, you have to wear a
Too
suit to walk in
fancy
the
for
door.
me.
You don't have to wear a suit. You could probably wear a sport coat or some chinos.
I
Be
bet
fine.
they'd kick me out if I walked in there with my sport coat.
Walk in there, be like, nice fossil, get out.
Get out, nerd! Speaking
You
of
might
which,
be better off not wearing a watch at that point.
Speaking of which, I've spent a lot of my free time thinking about how excited I am for Adam to go to this fancy banquet.
Speaking of those things,
Yes.
that's what I forgot to talk about before the show. We're gonna bring it on the show. Fuck it. Jabay texted me today. He's like, "Have to dress up equals me not going."
Damn it!
What?
Jay.
That's what he said.
No, and then he turned around and texted me and he said, "Stop telling people I like to dress up." And then he sent a picture, or he sent a video of somebody taping him with their phone at the Grid Life esporting event in Vegas of him dressed up, and I'm like,
He was dressed
This
up.
is very confusing. You told me that you liked
and
it.
it's the spy shots I saw at PRI, the paparazzi shots of him. He was dressed up.
What?
He was wearing black slacks and white socks.
I'm taking it personally.
No,
that's bad. We're gonna have
that's
to work on
wrong.
that.
That's all I own is white socks, FYI.
No, not
gonna borrow some
before
socks.
January 17.
He's gonna borrow some
I
socks.
will buy you a pair of black socks.
If I had known that, I would have bought him some black socks.
I know.
Fancy boy socks. That's really annoying. Now I just feel like he's blowing us off.
And
'cause
didn't
clearly
even,
he
didn't even
does.
see us at PRI.
He blew you off at PRI. He owed you a hug. He completely
I
avoided
think
you.
he's avoiding.
He
Like
avoided
we
me.
came into town and he left.
I
He
think he's
avoided me at
avoiding
Grid Life.
Robbie.
He avoided me at PRI, and
Now
he
he's
completely
avoiding
bailed
you
out
in
the
Vegas.
convention. Yep,
That is
thought
not.
we were
I'll
okay.
bet if it was just me and Michael going, he'd come.
Yeah.
100%. But I mean, that's true of a lot of people.
Well, that's
with
fair.
you guys go to places.
Yeah. Nobody asked where Robbie was at the local
Fair,
SCCA
fair.
banquet.
Very fair. So I
keep-
don't know
I
what
keep
to
a
tell
low
you, dude.
profile.
I don't know what
Nice.
to tell you. I don't know what you've done to Jabay to wrong him, and why he's using clothing as an excuse.
I don't know. I brought
I
my
think it's
car
the
all the way to
Hondas.
South Haven to drive at his event.
I think it's the Honda hate.
There's no hate. Just teasing.
Well, some
Maybe
people
lighten
take
up.
it differently.
Maybe he's got real sensitive nerves.
He's not sensitive.
Jabay is a sensitive flower. How dare you? Have you
Seems
ever
like-
talked to him?
He seems like
Yeah,
a
I
very
talk to him, like, all
emotional
the
human
time.
being.
Be nice to him.
I am nice to him.
Are you not being nice to him?
I
when
am
you're
nicer
talking
to him than I
him?
am to anybody.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Probably true, actually.
He's a delicate flower. That's all I'm saying.
And then I'm the asshole somehow.
Well, he's avoiding you, so something has happened. We're just trying to put it together.
Maybe he's killed him with kindness.
Yeah, maybe I'm too nice.
Yeah.
Too nice to him?
Yeah.
Tell him his Honda looks meh. Looks, eh.
I mean, the cage is pretty well done, but it seems wasted.
The rest of the car,
seems
yeah.
wasted in a Honda.
This would have been sweet in a 240.
It would have been sweet
That's
for
probably
240.
See, they probably already had that discussion, and that's why he's angry. That damn Robbie and his stupid V8.
if that was rear wheel drive, that'd be a great car.
Yeah. See, now we're getting
Now
down to
we're
what
done.
happened.
No,
yeah.
no.
He doesn't like Toyotas either.
They're so reliable.
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense as well.
It's probably
It's
the
a rival
Toyota.
brand.
Yeah.
Damn it, Robbie.
It's part of the JDM thing.
Shooting down all of our issues. Shall we move on
Can we?
to our topic about Christmas gifts?
Yeah.
So
Robbie went overboard.
I'm going to win.
yeah, so we're giving each other Christmas
Robbie,
gifts.
in typical Robbie fashion, turned this into a con. We're just trying to, have some fun,
I want-
laugh, enjoy our camaraderie. Robbie turns it into a
I was looking at
competition.
this as like, good-natured gag gifts.
Yeah, just a
you know,
little bit of
supposed to
fun.
be funny.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what these are.
I don't.
But he spent a lot of time
but you
thinking
spent,
about it.
You spent like
He bought mine on eBay. Was it mine that's on eBay?
Both of you came off eBay, but I had to make yours.
See,
Adam.
this is not
He
what
spent-
I was planning. No. It's supposed to be stupid.
No.
So-
Oh, no. It's stupid.
Oh, God.
You-
but I won. This is.
you missed this earlier. So Katie bagged these for me.
I see that.
I just put them in
I-
bags,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I did
But
too.
there's a green one and a red one. She didn't have time to write down who was what, so she's like, "Michael's in the green bag," and I was like, "Green for the money."
money.
Got it.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Well, Michael's is the bigger one. And,
Okay.
And it's heavy.
Your
got
guys,
some-
your guys
got
are
some
in,
girth to
in
it.
boxes because this is how my dad and I give each other gifts. No, seriously, this is what we do.
No, I'm good with
We
that.
put them in boxes
Amazon boxes?
or whatever cardboard box you have, and then you put it under the tree.
My aunt likes to do that with she'll pack things into like a hamburger helper box, and sometimes I kind of wish it was still the hamburger helper.
Ooh.
I feel that.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't. I was trying to relate.
Don't try to relate to my commonness.
It's just,
It's not on brand for you.
it's no.
Think we've beat this on brand thing to death yet?
Absolutely
Getting there,
not.
Robbie loves it.
Yep.
So Adam said he wants to start because he feels like it
was his idea.
His was
Despite
supposed to
it
be,
being my idea, I feel like I slacked the most at this point.
or maybe
So
that you were supposed to be. Kind
Michael
of more
has to open
lighthearted.
his second.
second. Okay,
yes,
so I can
Robbie
take
has
mine,
to
but
open
I
his
can't-
first.
I can't do
Oh, my
anything with
foot's
it.
cramping up. It really hurts.
All right.
Robbie's opening his gift.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Can hear the piper.
I got a Celica.
Oh, wow.
It's a little zip zap thingy.
It's a Celica.
That's sweet.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't.
It does. You got to back it up, Robbie.
Got to charge it up to run it. It'll do
this
it.
table's no good.
Yeah, there we go.
How dare you speak
I had
poorly
to
of this
steal
table.
that back
Let me see that.
from my child because he managed
stole
to
it?
get
Thought it
his
was
hands
his?
on it. Yeah,
No, that's mine.
yeah, he's got one like 9 of his own.
It's great.
Yeah,
Oh, the door's open?
do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not even Lambo doors.
He's got a 720S that the doors open like they should. So sick.
That's cool.
Oh, and it's right-hand drive. It's very JDM.
Oh,
But it's like
perfect.
it's like one of those short ones, right?
Yeah, it's like short and fat.
It looks kind of
For a
cartoony.
Celica.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and then
But the wheels are
I
neat.
got something for Michael as well. So
Am I up next?
Yep,
Ooh,
yep.
I got a car as well.
yeah, I got him a 911.
Not quite.
That's a
my-
is that a boxer?
my
No,
least-
it's a 911, isn't
my
it?
least
Robbie,
favorite
doesn't that look
Porsche.
like a 911 deal?
No, it's an MR2 Spider.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
shoot! I
That's-
thought it was a
that's
Porsche
the-
911.
That's the exact problem. Is that it's got it's missing a roof. If I'm honest. Here you go, Robbie.
Is that a?
It's a Toyota.
Oh, it is a Boxer,
It's a
though.
Toyota. You can have
No,
it.
it's a Boxster.
I seriously thought it was an MR2 Spider.
No, it's a Boxster. They
this
had
one-
a 911. I bought that one on purpose. Yeah, they both do it.
too. That's
They both
nice.
do it,
That's
yeah.
fun.
What are you saying? Zip zap?
So,
That's not what they're called. Like a zip and.
so when I went to pick these up, I almost ended up buying completely different things.
Why?
Because this has been like a gag that's been in my head for months, right?
Okay.
Because these are at the Walgreens.
Yep.
We'll go in there to like get Katie's prescriptions and whatever, and Logan immediately like knows where the toy aisle is, goes straight for it.
Yours is cartoony and mine's not. Let me see.
No,
what
yours is like the real deal.
Yeah, I like the cartoony one better.
They used to have the real deal Celica, and they were sold all out. And I almost bought Robbie a different one because they had some new additions this week.
Oh.
Yes, they had
see it.
Suki's S2000 there.
Ooh.
I would have enjoyed that,
And
but
they
it's a
had-
Honda.
They had Brian's R35,
Oh, the blue one.
the blue one
all
with the
blue.
wide body.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had, but what they didn't have the R34. That's what you would have got
I would have wanted that.
for sure. They didn't have that.
That wouldn't have been a gag gift though.
No. So
These are fun.
they are fun. My kid loves them. He
yeah.
actually
You gonna
does.
take that to work, Robbie?
He actually does.
Nah, I'll
have
put
a
it on my
911.
bookshelf.
I bought him an actual 911.
I like how it has metallic paint. 'Cause
It does have some fancy paint.
I would totally do that.
If I remember right, because we end up buying one of these almost every time because it's not
How
worth
many
the
cars do you have at your house?
It's not
All
worth
of
the fight,
them.
right? So he's got a Huracan GT3, the
Nice.
race car,
Yep.
Yes.
like with the big wing on the back of it and all that.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like a C2 Corvette. He's got, I don't remember if it's a Cayman or a 911 now. He's got one or the other.
I couldn't tell you. Probably the same.
I hate you guys.
I feel
Probably,
like that,
probably just a Boxster.
I feel like that might be it. I think that's it right now.
And that's just for the die cast. You got all these other like.
Well, we legitimately have like 200 Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
That's probably even not.
Do you have like the
accurate
ramps and
number.
stuff? Like the.
We
the track?
have bought some track now.
Do they still sell that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
They have all sorts of crazy ones now too.
Nice.
But when Toys R Us was going out of business and everything was 75 to 90% off, I bought him like this sweet thing.
Yeah.
And it's like a big plastic bench that's got track on it, and like you can put a car at the top and it'll go down in a circle and then come off and go down the track, and then you can build the track off of it and do whatever you want. It's super rad.
That's awesome.
So much fun.
That'd be fun.
I mean, he loves it.
Yeah, he loves it. That's
I
what.
would-
Yeah,
no, I've
we,
never-
we don't play.
I've never played with it, but
Yeah.
he
Right,
seems
right,
to
right.
really enjoy it.
Seems fair.
So,
Am I up next?
Yeah.
please.
Adam, I'm just going to hand you yours.
Okay.
You should be super excited about it.
I get the big box.
No. I'm handing you your gift.
Oh,
Here it
I
is.
thought it was.
And just to be clear, I had that before you came up with this bit. It was in my
Oh,
house.
no.
I bought it
For me?
as a backup. No, because I
Oh.
own one of these too.
Oh, God.
That's amazing. What? Tell us what you bought
It's a.
or what you got.
Oh, my God. It's a Casio watch.
It's an F91W for anybody that's curious. I wear this is my gym watch. I love it. This is
My
fantastic.
gym wa-
It's fantastic. Not that one.
No.
You get a new one.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that.
It's great. I love it.
it's
It's literally like a $9 watch, and
Yeah.
it is the best.
it's in military time right now.
You
That's
could
fine.
change.
You
It's
can-
so many
yeah, just
functions.
there's buttons.
There's so
just
many
click this
functions.
button.
Who knew that?
Bam.
Who knew that it was so functional?
Look, you have an alarm, and that you have
man.
a chronograph for timing your mad lap times.
That's awesome.
So can I wear? Oh, it lights up. It's backlit,
Yes,
Robbie.
it's got the backlighting.
What color is the backlight? Blue?
Green
Green.
Oh.
for the money.
His favorite
Oh,
color.
obviously.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I'm
even
screwing
better.
stuff up.
Win-win.
It's Michael's, right?
It's great.
That is nice.
I love that watch. It's basically disposable, but you'll never kill it.
Yeah, you'll have it forever, but
Right.
if you do have something
If the
happen,
battery
you just
dies,
get it.
it's cheaper just to buy another one.
Certainly less frustrating.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's got like Phillips head screws on the back.
Yeah. You actually could change the battery if
Yeah.
you wanted to. It's
Nobody
completely
does.
serviceable.
You can get them really cheap on eBay if you have to go somewhere for it. They cost like $10. It's really frustrating.
It's great. Now I have to buy another backup, but I'm excited about that.
I am really happy that you have a watch now, Adam.
Should I? Can I wear this to the convention?
No. You can wear it to the convention. You,
You
can't
can-
wear it to the fancy dinner party.
You can wear it everywhere else, like in the airport, so you know what time it is and where you're
what
at.
wrist is this supposed to go on?
The opposite of what you were right with.
Okay, so it goes on my right hand then.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever's comfortable.
Or if you're doing,
The none.
Yeah,
I think
that's
is the
fine.
right answer.
Put it on.
I used to have a pocket watch.
That's fancy
why would you have a pocket watch?
I don't know how
for
I ended
formal
up with it.
attire.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know how I ended
Just
up. It
doesn't
was
seem like
like
something he would
It was
do.
like a 12-year-old thing. When I was 12, I mean,
If it doesn't work out, give it to Logan. He'll love it.
he probably will actually.
Yep, there you go. I can corrupt his child. That will be.
Even better.
You look
Big-
so awkward with it on.
I feel so awkward.
Yeah, he's wearing it though. That's great.
It would be rude of me not to.
So Robbie, I really struggled with.
Okay. get that.
I bought him a gift. I thought I had a joke for the gift, and I realized that the joke sucked. Like the next day, I was like, "That joke's not funny."
We've all been there.
So I have that gift for you, and I'm probably going to give it to you. And the only thing I can hope for is that the second gift annoys you.
Okay.
That's all I can hope for.
I like
'cause
how-
there's no redeeming quality of the gift. I bought it, and after I bought it, I was like, "Why the fuck did I buy that? Like, it's not funny. It's
Now
so
it's
stupid.
funny, though.
Right?
funny-
It's so
it's funny
stupid
that it's bad.
And so now I hope it just annoys you a little bit, and then that'll be enough. But the gift that I got you needs a little setup. We're learning a lot about Robbie through the podcast in the last
Especially in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks
month,
or so.
maybe.
Month. We thought he was a very practical man.
Turns out he's not.
Turns out he's not very practical.
We thought he liked Nissans.
Yeah, for some
Turns
reason he
out-
likes Toyotas.
Toyotas, yeah.
He likes Toyotas and LS swap things. He's the
Yeah.
only presenter
V8s.
that has all V8s.
Yep.
So basically all American
The only
powered
presenter
vehicles.
that only has rear-wheel drive vehicles, which are not conducive to Iowa winters.
Right, which is also very American.
Well, the pickup's not only rear-wheel drive.
It's,
It's rear-wheel
Yeah,
drive based.
deep. Details.
yeah.
Okay,
no,
got
that
it.
that doesn't play as well in this scenario, right?
He lives on like a ranch, basically. I mean, he
An
lives
estate.
Right, he's got trees he's got to cut down and shit
An
like
HOA and whatnot.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but I'm like, he's living a
A different
certain
life.
sort of lifestyle,
Yeah, it's
right?
the country life.
So that's why I bought him this gift.
Okay.
If it's a hat, I'm gonna be so happy.
It's not big enough to be a hat, but it would make me super
Here
happy.
you go, Robbie. I feel like this meets your new lifestyle that you
Is
live
this
now.
gift one or gift two?
This is gift one.
Oh my god! Oh, that's amazing. I love it so
You
much.
better wear that at track days, dude. I swear to God. It's a red, white, and blue hat, and it says Merc on the front.
It's almost as bad as a Make America Great hat.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I felt like that was too political. I did find some of those. I didn't buy
Please
them.
don't buy me those.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. America.
America.
I love that it's the like mesh trucker hat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
Really
has,
fits the stereotype.
it breathes this
Well,
way.
yeah, you
Out
don't
the
want to get
back.
your head
Yeah,
sweaty.
you
That's
better wear
gross.
that at Grid Life next year. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe Jay will hug me if I wear this.
Probably
Maybe.
not though. He doesn't like America. He likes Japanese things.
Oh,
True. Do you want your other gift that
yeah,
I
I
hate?
do. This will be. Yeah, this is
So-
good.
I'll just open it because I hate it that much. I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. The only thing I could try.
I'm more excited about this one.
Robbie likes coffee, right?
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
And so I don't even know what my joke for this was. I don't know if I was maybe I was sleep deprived when I bought it.
Maybe you needed coffee.
It's one of those stupid
Yeah,
engineer
maybe-
mugs.
It's like
And it's like engineer 3 times. It's crossed out on the bottom. Says I'm good at math. So the only thing I can hope is that you
this
take.
is actually like a really nice gift.
My only thing is I hope that you take it to work and it offends somebody. or it annoys you?
No, the
So-
funny thing is, there's like 10 of these at work because
Are there?
everyone gives these to engineers.
Yeah, I don't-
but no one's ever given me one.
Oh,
There you go. Well, there you go.
Well, now you're a real engineer, Robbie.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm an engineer, and it's spelled wrong. Engineer spelled wrong. Engineer. I'm good at math.
I really wish I knew what the joke was that I came up with for it, because I thought it was a good idea when I bought it, and then literally the next day I was like, that was stupid.
Oh, that hat was giving me a headache. But yeah, no, it's super awesome.
Okay,
And this,
I got a couple more things.
Oh, God.
So, Eyes Up Auto Art sent us Christmas gifts again. So
Yeah.
he got us coasters.
Oh, rad.
So he got you a GT40.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
It says Ford stuff on it, and then Robbie, you got a
GTR.
GTR.
Nice.
It's a 34.
I'm not
So-
putting any cup on this though.
He put some stuff on the back. What did he put on the back? Yours.
Specially designed for whatever Robbie drinks. Cheers.
Oh yeah, that joke makes more sense after you do the other two jokes. Specially designed for Rooster Booster and chocolate milk is what yours says. And it says, "Sorry, some of the resin got fucked up, but I can clean this a little bit up on the back if you want me to."
Nah, that's
And then mine said specially designed for kombucha and coffee or something like that.
perfect.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
These are way
Yeah,
cool.
they're little paintings, and I think he did them, and then I don't know if he meant for them to be coasters. I remember him doing them
I saw
like
him
a
do
year
it.
ago.
Yeah,
There's little
Those
mini
are
paintings.
sweet.
these
Yep.
are cool.
So
When he gets big,
Thanks,
then,
Zach.
Yeah, then we'll have these and be
we'll keep them.
yeah,
be
they'll
very
worth
famous.
like $1 million.
That's
So-
so many coasters.
You guys want to see how you win Christmas?
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think.
All right, my
Who gets to go
You
first?
gotta go first.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
my theory behind gag gifts are that it's actually really nice that I give you these gifts,
I can't
but it's slightly inconvenient, and you're a total dick if you don't utilize them.
I can't figure out what you would have had to make for me, Robbie.
Enjoy. You'll love
I
this.
feel so uncomfortable.
You'll love this.
I'm not excited.
I'm not excited. Oh God. No.
I don't know why we didn't do
How
this.
did you have to? Oh man.
Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, it's terrible.
I made a counterfeit golf tie.
Oh my.
So it's a blue.
Why is
Oh
it so
my
long?
God,
Because you have to tie it.
How do you tie a tie?
I'll teach you.
Okay.
So it's a blue and orange striped tie, but then I bought a golf patch and then sewed it on.
Oh my god, that is awesome.
Can I wear that?
Yeah,
Am I allowed to wear
You have
that?
to wear it to the SCCA event.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll tie
Carry
it.
on, I'll tie it for you.
So, what do you think?
I'm not mad about it.
That's what I said. Like it's kind of inconvenient because you don't wear ties, but it's a perfect gift.
It's pretty rad though.
I was gonna do a double Wednesday. Hold on.
You're gonna get your
just
want some
you're gonna
regular.
get your cord there.
Hey, you might
your
want to just.
headphones.
Am I out of the cord?
No, your card's gonna go
You
on.
need-
Yeah, it's right there. You're not gonna be able to tie this.
Oh, no, I'm taking it back off.
I see what
Yeah.
you're
I'm
just
doing.
gonna tie it
I
and
see-
hand it to him.
I see
But-
what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, you're right then. You're where you need to be.
Yep, I think I'm
I
okay.
get what you're doing. This is fascinating to me. I've never seen this.
You never
done
seen
before.
somebody tie a tie?
No.
Really?
No.
You're teaching all the people.
There's
that
a
are
ton of ways to tie a
Uh,
tie, so don't get too attached to this way.
The apple didn't fall far from the tree when it comes to dressing
Uh-oh.
formally.
I've
watching.
discovered
Yeah,
an issue.
don't screw up the patch. It's only sewed on there so good. I hadn't sewed
okay.
anything in a long time, so that's not perfect.
I've never done this sitting down before either, so this
Yeah,
is tripping me out. Sitting out the grave.
no, that's fine.
You got to break ties into something you'll have to learn.
I don't think I will
You will.
actually.
But you only have to tie this one once, and then you'll be able to just adjust it. It'll be
No,
fine.
this I tied it way short because I got to try to take it off.
Not gonna. Oh, now it's a headband.
Doesn't help that he's wearing a
There we go.
hat.
Yeah, that tie needs broken in real bad. That knot looks like shit. Sorry.
That's probably the greatest gift you'll get all year.
I don't even know.
See,
Yeah.
the only problem with this is that doesn't match your red blazer even a little bit.
Isn't that kind
I'll
of-
think about it.
Isn't that kind of the point?
I'll bring it all together. I'll think about it.
I almost spilled the beans last week when we were talking about what he was going to wear at the SCCA event. I'm like, but it's not going to work with this tie.
That's awesome.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's one of a kind. No one else owns that. That's actually a nice tie that I ruined by sewing that on there.
Where'd the
Did
tie
you
come
ruin
from?
it though, Robbie?
eBay?
Did
The
you
tie
ruin
came
it?
from eBay?
Yeah.
I don't know that you ruined it.
I thought it was perfect. And then this also came from eBay.
I'm concerned about this.
It
seems large.
It's kind of heavy.
Apparently, it's got some weight to it, some girth.
You want to be a hot boy,
I
right?
feel very.
You want to be a hot
feel-
boy? Oh no!
It's been a while
Please
since
tell
I
me
felt.
that these are JDM curtains for the Genesis.
It's been a while since
It's
I've
better.
felt nervous on the show, and I feel nervous. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Is it?
There's underbody lights.
Oh my god!
The best part is it has 7 colors, and then it beats to the music, and you have a remote to change it.
Oh my god!
I checked it. I tested it, and it works.
Jesus Christ, Robbie!
I got a really. I mean,
Dude.
they're super cheap to begin with, but I got these super cheap too.
This is awesome. I'm gonna use this.
I know. That's why I wasn't sure. Like we kind of joked, like, yeah, he's got to do drifter things.
Oh,
with
yeah.
this,
Yeah.
without underbody
That's
lights.
awesome.
I never knew if he'd be serious about it, so I was like, well, we're gonna make him be.
I'm
serious
excited
about it.
about it. Hell yeah, dude.
Do you still have a radio in there?
No, I'm gonna do what Michael Gall did and get the like powerboat speakers.
You need an RCA output though.
They're LEDs, so you can change the
Nah.
brightness.
Oh, for this you do?
Yeah, that's how that gets the beat. Is usually
on.
at least that's how they did it in the early 2000s.
I was pretty pumped about this. You have 7 colors, and you can static, or you have light effect options where it's bounce to music, and there's 4 different music things. Then there's jump, fade, or jump 3, jump 7, fade 3, fade 7.
I'll figure it out.
It's wonderful.
I'll figure it out.
You guys have the best gifts.
Jesus Christ, Robbie.
I love his tie. Look, he's very professional. He's got a watch.
So
He's
look
got
at
a
me.
tie.
It's apparently
that's not what time it is.
11:21.
That's
Damn,
not what
no,
time it is.
no.
I didn't set it.
It's also Friday the 12th.
I should probably set it for him before he leaves.
Definitely.
This is great.
I won Christmas.
Be exciting.
You know what? I'll give it to you. How about that? You won Christmas. Whatever, Robbie.
I'm so happy.
Did you have any other Christmas stuff that you wanted to share?
I don't know.
Silly Christmas gifts or anything like that?
I don't know.
I did find one thing that Robbie could go to the go to our little one or Google Drive thing, Google Doc thing.
Yeah.
This is really stupid. This thing that I found. You can buy empty containers, like empty oil containers.
Yeah, people love those.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
And it's for blinker fluid. You're supposed to fill it full of water, and like that's
Okay.
a great joke gag gift,
Uh-huh.
I guess. Yeah, real funny.
Okay. Why do people do that?
I don't know, and it's like $10 too.
Yeah,
like,
of course it is.
it would be cheaper to buy a quart of oil
and be more useful.
and be productive. Yes,
Yeah, absolutely. Especially now that Amazon sells it.
Your internet's not super.
it's not happy.
Yeah, it's slow.
That's fine.
There was a girl at our high school that they convinced her that
She needed to do
she
that.
needed to get blinker fluid, and they sent her to like a convenience store or whatever, like
Right.
a drugstore in a totally different town. They're like, yeah, you got to go to Rock Valley and go to their drugstore downtown, and then you got to ask for it because it's not like. She fucking did it, dude. She drove all the way there, asked for it. Didn't have it.
There was a video floating around quite a while ago now where some guy had sent his teenage daughter and I think one of her friends into a parts store with like a free blinker fluid coupon.
Oh, shit.
And she comes back out just like raging pissed about it. You know, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But of course, the internet, being the internet, grabbed onto it and like ran with it being like mean to girls and like how he's I don't know. And I was just like, no, like that's literally your job as a parent
Yeah, you got to.
is to do stupid shit that, especially a father, to embarrass them. That's literally your job.
These pictures are not on your drive.
I may not update it. I wouldn't worry about it. It's not pictures. It's on the Google Doc.
On the dock. Okay.
Yeah.
Please hold.
But yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it was hilarious. Why does it have to be such a deal? You know?
Because there's
Everybody has to be offended
three
about everything.
people that need to be triggered by everything. Like that's their job is to
Right.
be triggered by stuff.
Yeah.
Like now the thing is, we need to degender Santa Claus because that's sexist.
That's
So
terrible.
that's the thing that a
I
couple people are upset
Saw
about.
something about how some school was outlawing candy canes because they're in the shape of a J, and I was like, you know what? That's never crossed my mind before. They've always been a cane to me, not a J. Which apparently
What?
stands for Jesus.
Yeah, there's like a whole thing.
Candy
where
Jesus.
Yeah, because like the stripes mean something, and then the J means
Blood
something.
and-
I used to know it. I
It's a
don't remember
deal.
them. Yeah, I don't
Who
remember.
knew? I thought they were canes because shepherds or something like that, or
No,
they're
you
just,
can't say shepherds either. That's too
Oh, yeah.
too
That's
biblical.
probably
It's
racist.
public
It's just-
school.
Maybe it's just a terrible candy that no one should eat anyway.
How about we just all just not do anything at all and not have any joy in our lives?
That's kind of where we're at this point.
Bah
Yeah.
humbug. Yes.
Bah humbug,
See?
exactly.
Grinch got it right,
Absolutely.
man.
So, anywho.
69 reviews. How many people?
I think a
bought
lot of
this?
people have bought this
Too many.
blinker fluid container that's empty.
Well, that looks like very professional.
Blinker fluids.
Like it's
good
a-
for 6,000 blinks, maximum strength.
That seems reasonable.
There's a lot of different styles of this. If you were to peruse around Amazon. Oh, look, a Porsche. A nice 911 there.
It's like that meme where the guy's standing in the front of his car, like of his Porsche. I checked for the engine; it's not even here.
Yeah.
This is putting the blinker fluid in
That
now.
might have been what he was doing. I don't know.
All right.
So, and then as I was perusing gag gifts, for some reason there's a large number of like testicle-related automotive items. I don't know what that's about.
Like truck nuts?
Yeah, like truck nuts.
but truck nuts for keychains.
Oh,
so you can have balls in your pocket.
Right. That's what I was trying to figure out. Is like,
That's for the man whose wife keeps them in her purse.
is that what it is?
That way, he still has balls,
I was
like in the general vicinity.
I just really didn't understand this at all.
I'm not putting
It's
that
not
on.
that.
I'm not putting it on.
I don't
my
understand truck nuts. I think truck nuts is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm
People pay money for them.
not
thing.
that
No.
like worried about my masculinity.
Do you have to put balls on your pickup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God you didn't like think that was the funny joke this year.
I was gonna give you balls.
yeah, to put on my Avalanche because I wouldn't do it, but
Yeah. You'd feel bad about it.
Noted.
yeah, I would. I'd have to be the jerk that wouldn't do it.
Noted, Robbie.
No,
Don't
for
waste your money.
2019.
They can't be cheap though, right?
Nah, we'll make you some with some chain and some big nuts.
That's even worse.
It's pretty stupid, just in general. So anyway, finding automotive gag gifts was not
No, I
super easy. That's why Robbie
No, I
got a
tend
Barca
to-
hat.
yeah, so I had to personalize them.
I tend to like when I buy automotive related gifts, they're not gag usually.
No,
Except for you two.
I would
But
still
that's
argue
totally
that I
different.
would still argue that these are not truly gay gifts.
No, I'm like, despite the fact that it'll probably never get any use, I'm super pumped about it.
What a jerk for not wearing it. That's.
Where am I going to wear a
that's-
tie, Robbie?
Formal events with us.
I work in the mud for a living.
We're this podcast
On the
is getting
weekends,
bigger,
we're
yeah,
going to
man.
be going to. We get
Lots
invited to a lot
lots
of things.
man.
Yeah,
Galas.
like racetracks.
Galas, racetrack openings, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Black tie. Well, that won't work for that, but
Blue tie.
we'll get you another one.
Yeah, but if it's a race
I just
thing,
thought black tie was just like a term.
No, it
But
has to
I
be
actually
black
wear
tie.
a black tie.
There's white tie and there's black tie, and then there's formal,
There's so many rules.
semi-formal.
that'd be
and there's
semi-formal.
business casual.
I'm always casual.
I'm just telling you.
I think. I'm probably dressed down for casual, frankly.
Yeah,
We'll teach you
it's all good.
when we get
Or you
invited to all these openings and things. You'll learn.
Yeah,
It's an important part of the process of
This
being
is-
an adult.
I mean, you've made it this long in life without getting a tie for Christmas, and
Yeah, and I was okay with it.
see, I had to
Still
fix
get
that.
socks
We
and
should have
underwear.
coordinated. I should have gotten him socks.
I'm not wearing golf socks.
I almost actually just bought you those. 'Cause that would have been easier than making this stupid tie.
This is way better.
I know it is.
'Cause
Tie is way-
novelty socks are my least favorite thing in the whole world. They annoy me so much.
So if you're on the group,
And my girlfriend loves them. I hate it so much. She'll wear, she
she
loves
only
wearing,
wears novelty socks.
right, but she never wears the same ones at the same time. There's literally nothing in the world that upsets me more.
So like her sock drawer,
I'll spend
Has
Just
no
socks.
order.
Just socks.
Just-
just
socks.
socks in a pile.
yeah, which mine doesn't either, but they're all the same sock, so it's not an issue.
No, mine have to have mates because I have different socks.
No, I have all the same sock. But like I'll spend 15 minutes looking for a pair for Logan. And she'll just put whatever socks she wants on. Like we live in anarchy
Yeah,
or
we-
some shit.
Kids got to have rules.
Of
man.
all the things
They
that
need
you thought
structure.
about me,
He
you
needs-
never
yeah.
thought that would be the
Matching
trigger,
socks
right?
would be the thing that would send Adam into a
I had,
spiral.
I had a roommate in college that was the same way. He just had a pile of socks. They weren't even the same style. They're totally different. Like
that
bright green running socks, and like these other weird socks he had on.
she'll at least wear like the same kind of sock. But like you can buy like a 4-pack of paired socks.
Yeah.
But there's 8 different socks in that.
Get
package.
out of here. You can
No,
buy
dude, that's a-
mismatched socks.
That's a thing.
Nah, man.
I just get.
I was like,
all
so do you
black.
buy 2 of these? That way you have a pair of socks? No.
No, don't
no,
don't even
no,
want
you
the-
do though.
Statistically, she doesn't even want to have the chance of there being the same socks.
That seems nuts.
It angers me so much.
I see that. I can understand that.
She'll love that tie though.
She'll love the tie.
She won't.
And she'll love
the tie, which
the
makes me kind of love it a little more. I'm gonna
she'll
be
love
completely
the
honest with you.
timepiece. She's gonna be
Yeah,
fascinated
for
with
sure.
the timepiece.
Yeah. If this
gotta
doesn't
set-
get me the ladies, I don't know what will.
Nice timepiece, nice watch.
Uh-huh.
Robbie
Now
knows.
I need a
Oh, yeah.
fancy Hyundai, and I'm well on
you
my
get a,
way.
You get a fancy boy Hyundai. We'll get you
Can
a
I
necklace.
be the poor man's Michael Beck then?
Yeah.
Because like if he's the poor man's Matt Farah, I'll be the poor man.
I
Yeah.
don't know, I called him Tanner Faust today on the Instagram, so
Did you?
we gotta be
I'm good with that.
consistent.
Did you
Tomorrow I'll
tag
be the
him?
poor man's
I
Matt Farah.
almost tagged Tanner, but I'm like, yeah, forget it.
Should have hashtagged him at least.
I tagged Kevin though.
I'm good at that.
Is that it for Christmas?
Yeah, bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
Word.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's do some news. Mazda is maybe the cheapest car to fix. I have no idea.
I read the articles. I read the actual presentation from the company that came out with this.
I feel like there's a lot of people to blame here. The first one is the Car Connection.
.com.
It's a website. They produced this article that I read, and apparently it was a study done by Car MD to find out how much it costs to fix a car when the check engine light comes on average. And what they did is they looked at 10 makes and 100 models, which is not even close to all the cars that there are, which is confusing, from 1996 to 2018. And it was within like a year window, I think,
Yep.
that they worked in. And apparently the MX-5 is the cheapest to repair at $81 per check engine light, which is not a thing.
That seems like a lot of money. Also,
So far,
there's so many things I'm confused by this.
This article is
right. Like, why are you
the
tracking
worst.
strictly just the check engine light?
Right.
That's a weird. Like, I understand a check engine light's that's a false. Something's
But
going
that's.
on.
But I think that this was written for the general public,
Right.
not for us.
No, if you want to write an article, talk about like real repairs.
But then the general public doesn't click on that.
But they
measurable repairs. Like you can
Yeah.
you can go to maybe Consumer Reports, and they'll tell you this is what it costs to replace the struts on an MX-5. This is what it costs to do this. This is what it, on average,
And then have-
because
yeah,
they
then
collect
just-
that data.
Yep.
And then
be
you
like-
go, this car is the cheapest.
Yeah, that over a 5-year period, on average, this is what it costs to maintain this vehicle.
Yes.
And then the Miata is the cheapest. Like, if that's what you want to go with, that's great. But like just a bit, check engine light. That's the only fault that matters.
But then it gets really screwy because they did another article, whatever it was, study. Study seems a little
It was
fancy
It's
for
the
this
word they
group.
used.
A little fancy because that's not at all what they're doing. The MX-5 is not on the 10 vehicles with the lowest average repair cost, which is an article that Car MD wrote. So that doesn't even make any
That's
sense.
because it also includes things that don't trigger a check engine light.
Yeah, but they kicked it out because they don't sell enough Miatas.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the car that won one thing, they wouldn't even look at for the other.
Because they say the sample size is too small and apparently people don't buy them.
Yeah, the lowest average repair cost is the Hyundai Tucson at $67. But then the
For
Miata,
what?
I don't know.
Average repairs.
When the check engine light comes on.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like the Miata's the cheapest, but it's not the cheapest.
So I think
Didn't
that
make any fucking
I think
sense
that
at all.
I think that the difference is that the one where the Miata one is situations where you have to repair the car and the check engine light came on. The one where the Tucson one includes things that don't trigger a check engine light. Like,
No. It specifically says when the check engine light comes on, here are the 10 vehicles that CarMD
Really?
found to have the lowest average repair cost among the more than 9,030 different year, make, and model vehicles on the road today. Hyundai Tucson, $67.
All right, well, stop.
But then on the other list, Miata has the
I'm
cheapest
gonna stop
at
trying.
$81.
I'm gonna stop trying to defend it. Then I got nothing.
But then, if you go to the most reliable brands,
This gets worse.
number 1 is Toyota, and then you go down Acura, Hyundai, Honda, Mitsubishi. Mazda's not even on the list.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't. Just because it's reliable doesn't mean it's not cheap to fix.
That's true because
Those are
the Toyota's the most expensive to fix.
Well, yeah, good thing it's reliable. then, huh?
Exactly.
But then when it gets really screwy is that the top 10 most reliable vehicles when scanning check engine light data, the top award goes to the 2016 Audi Q5, which that makes no
Don't
sense.
those come from the factory
no
with a check?
sense at all. None.
Anytime that I see Audi or Volkswagen in
Most
Reliability.
like in top honors.
Yep.
You know, like if we're not talking about most expensive or least reliable, I know that this is a bunk.
It's funded by the Germans.
Right.
So
Or
to,
BMW or probably Mercedes, to be completely honest. Like any of those three brands, I don't entirely trust that, even with their newer cars.
no. So most reliable brand. Toyota is number 1. Honda number 4. Most reliable vehicles. Honda has 5 of the top 10. But Toyota is the most reliable.
What can we take away from this?
Nothing.
To try to give somebody
so
a semblance
confused.
of something that makes any sense at all.
Buy a Miata.
Buy
a
well,
Honda.
no. So I think
Or a
I think
Toyota.
the takeaway is
Or
buy
a Q5.
don't buy a Q5. Do not buy a Q5.
I can tell you that
If you're thinking about buying a car to be reliable and cheap, buy Japanese or Korean.
Yes.
But Hyundai
But not in 1996 Hyundai.
barely ever
No.
got mentioned here.
No, it did.
It's the lowest average vehicle cost. You got the 2017 Hyundai
Except-
Tucson
except-
and the
it's a-
Accent.
it
Except
says-
for the Mazda
and the
Miata.
Tucson.
The top 10 vehicles with lowest average repair costs was mostly Hyundais, Kias, 2 Toyotas, and a Mitsubishi.
I'm going
Which,
to
yeah, that's cheap because they don't sell any cars.
I'm gonna
They're
interject
desperate.
here real quickly. I can't decide which is more uncomfortable, this watch or this tie.
The best part is that you have to wear both.
No, I can't.
I'll put the hat back on.
Yeah. I'm jealous of the hat a little bit. I might have to get one of those for myself. For $10, I mean, it's worth it.
I'm so glad I got you. I love the gifts I bought you guys.
Yeah. I'm super excited about my gift. It's going to be great. It's going to take like 2 seconds to put it in.
It really is. It has a tape on or like 3M
I
stick
saw it.
tape on the back,
Might
so
have
like,
to-
you just slap it
I'm
right
more
in there.
excited about Michael's gift than any of my gifts, frankly.
Me too.
My underglow. It's going to
Yeah.
be great. Do hot boy stuff.
Hell yeah.
You have to step up your wheel game.
Might have to get some different wheels.
Get a Big Country Labs wing.
Some JDM.
Well, there's a wing
I'm gonna
available.
make a bold statement. I think big wings are out.
Unless
For hot boy stuff.
Yeah. No, that's not true. Like the Street Faction shit, that's like
Nah,
huge.
I think it's out, dude.
No, you're wrong.
I think it's pendulum swinging the other way.
No.
For
I
hot
think
boy
it-
stuff. I think he might.
I think it.
You know
I
what?
think
You know what?
I think it peaked.
We need to
It's coming
save
back.
that for like a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Tis the season.
Yeah, 'tis the season.
Okay.
I don't.
Buy Japanese, buy Korean. There we go. Let's move on.
I don't
'cause
know what to tell you.
everybody.
Was there even a
Or a Q5.
single American
We're
car
sticking
on
with
that
the
list?
Q5 here.
The GMC Acadia is number 6 most reliable vehicle, and that Chrysler is the number 5 lowest repair.
But now in this article it says Buick.
Buick is number 7 as most reliable American brand.
But then it says domestic vehicles are less
How-
expensive than Honda or Toyota. This is the worst article of all
I
time.
don't understand how Buick can be more or less reliable than Cadillac or Chevy or GMC.
I don't either.
You know what I mean?
The worst part is this was not one study. This was multiple studies.
all
all
conducted
spread
by
out.
the
Completely
same
different.
people,
Yeah,
though.
and they all had vastly different results that contradict each other.
I remember there being one where, like, Chevy was towards the top and GMC was towards the bottom. That's not possible.
It's the same shit. Just looks different.
Yep.
Let's move on.
America.
Yeah, boy. Get yourself a Hellcat. Porsche announces $100,000 for winning their iRacing championship. $100,000.
This is
That's a lot of money, man.
Crazy.
that's more money than you'd get winning like PWC probably in a Porsche. You know, like that's real money.
Yeah, that's yeah, not video game racing. You know what I mean? Like electronic racing is really exploding this year.
Considering that the guy who win this probably lives in his mom's basement, that's a serious chunk of change.
Are they going to do kind of what Nissan did with the?
I have
Grid-
no
grid-
idea.
Kind of turn into a real, put them on track.
The GT Academy.
Nah, I
Yeah.
didn't see that as much.
Jan Martinborough, who won that, still racing
Yeah.
for Nissan in Japan.
Living the dream.
So this is the Porsche iRacing World Championship Series 911 GT3 Cup cars. 10 rounds. You can qualify in January.
Don't we know of somebody down in Texas that iRaces regularly?
I know lots of people that I race regularly.
That listens to the show, that's been on the show?
Talking about Dusty.
Yeah.
I don't
Does he
know
do
that
it
he
that much?
iRaces
Get on it,
regularly.
Dusty.
I don't know that he does it regularly.
If you can go on this and change your livery, I think we could get a 10 tenths livery on iRacing and then have him qualify for this. That's a win-win-win for everybody.
I think so.
He could win $100,000 and a Porsche.
You'll know in January whether or not you qualify to continue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you know if you're in it to win it or not.
So what you're saying is he has like a month or so to get qualified.
Just
get
gotta go
real
out there and
practiced
bust out one fast lap, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then my point is, if that doesn't work back, he can go back to regular, boring,
real racing.
real racing.
Fixing his car or whatever in the off
Yeah.
season.
Or you become an e-racer, very professional, very famous.
You don't have to leave
Win
your house.
$100,000.
You don't have to deal with people or anything.
You don't have to fix your car.
I'm sold on this e-racing thing.
Robbie's like, you know what?
Now that you mention it,
selling 240.
who wants to buy an LS Swap 240?
I'd buy a hell of a simulator setup for $5,000.
Can you get a decent simulator setup for $4,500?
I think you could do all right.
You can. Actually.
Oh, okay.
You can.
What about the TV though?
Part out.
He's already got a
I got
well,
you.
No,
You know
I need
what?
a-
But
I need,
like-
I
I
need
don't think so.
monitors.
but
I
like
don't
the
think
real
so.
world now, like the world we live in, you buy a VR headset.
Yeah, an Oculus. I wouldn't need a monitor.
Yeah.
You still need a computer to drive the Oculus, don't you?
Yeah.
But you don't need monitors.
Okay.
Unless I want friends to come over and watch.
You
which
don't
I
have any friends.
I know.
You just stream that shit on Twitch.
Then I find friends.
You've already got
Adam and I
you've
will
got
do-
a fan base, and
We had 10
We'll do
people
the
on our
commentary.
we'll
Instagram.
commentary.
Win.
Yeah, we had 10 people watch our live stream about nothing. Imagine how many people would watch you iRacing. At least 12.
400,000 or 500,000 people, I would think.
That's way too much pressure. I get made fun of.
Probably be more popular than the podcast.
Like in a week.
Yes, you are correct.
So,
Okay. Shall
all
we
right,
move
so
on?
it's been settled. Robbie's,
Yes, we're
Robbie's
moving
doing
into
this.
iRacing
I
commentary.
need a
If
new
you need
computer.
Robbie,
commentators,
you could retire now.
just do iRacing.
I think you should quit your job.
I have to commit to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desperation is key. We talked about this last week.
Yeah. You won't succeed if you don't give yourself a chance
If you don't win this, you lose your house. You'll
win.
You're gonna win.
Oh yeah. Paint
Yeah.
yourself into a
Because
corner.
the guy who lives in his parents' basement, he's not desperate.
true. He doesn't need it, Rob. He's not hungry.
No, his mom's making meatloaf either way.
God, that sounds good. Meatloaf.
So Robbie's going to be a professional sim racer. Adam and I are professional color commentary.
Yeah,
For whatever
I'm good
race
with
series
that.
where we are willing to whore ourselves out to anything at this point.
Yep.
You know what? I'm not even going to limit it to race series. You got something that needs commentated? We're your dudes.
If you have a competitive sewing event, I will be there.
I'll figure it out.
Crocheting,
How
perhaps.
good those sews are.
It's true.
Actually,
I was kind of tugging on it a little bit. It's well seated.
I got impatient. That's why they're so spread out.
look,
You went all the way through.
I went all the way around.
look at how far apart they are, though.
Yeah,
It's
oh well.
amazing.
Well, it's
Probably
not,
wasn't-
it's not structural.
Probably wasn't super easy to stab that thing through the patch.
You
was
don't
it?
know a sewing machine? Come on, Robbie.
I wasn't.
Isn't
gonna,
that part of the estate life? Don't you have a
I
sewing
do have
room?
a sewing machine, but I didn't want to use that.
Don't you have a sewing room in your mansion?
No.
No. Oh.
That's hidden in the closet, and then I take the. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I did that by hand. I want it to be perfect. By perfect, I mean not perfect.
As it is right now.
It's
I
perfect.
wanted it to be handmade.
It's perfect to me, Robbie. And that's what really matters.
God, that's true, ain't it?
It's the best Christmas present I'm going to get this year.
That's not optimistic at all.
It's true though. I got you guys the best gifts you'll get.
Maybe. I don't know.
I guess that's not true for him at all.
Yeah. My gift came from Kansas City, and I don't know what it is.
I hope it's a car.
The hint was it doesn't drive.
It doesn't run.
It
No,
doesn't drive.
But that doesn't mean it
That
can't
could mean
drive.
anything.
It just means that it doesn't currently.
Yeah, see, that's what I heard.
Here are the clues.
Yeah.
It came from Kansas City. It took longer than expected to pick up, and it doesn't drive.
You know how hard cars that don't drive are to load on trailers?
It's hard.
That's what I'm getting at. He's
Does your
getting
trailer have a winch?
he's getting a
No.
shell.
That's why it took so long.
He's getting a shell, an RX-7 shell, a backup,
I think it's an engine. We'll see.
or an LT. What if it's an LT swapped RX-7 that doesn't run?
So he has
That's
10.
not helpful. That's not helpful at all.
It doesn't. Yeah, how did they word it? It doesn't currently run.
It doesn't run.
It doesn't.
It doesn't-
It
or
doesn't
no, it
drive.
doesn't drive.
It doesn't drive. As in, it will not. It's not a thing that drives.
It could run.
It doesn't know. We don't know, Robbie.
Maybe it runs. It just doesn't drive, which
Maybe-
could mean the transmission's blown up.
Maybe
the
it's an
diff's blown
LT
up.
swapped RX-7 with a bad transmission.
That's
That
perfect.
I could put that together and make that work.
You can make one car out of that.
I can make one car out of
And
that.
then you'd have a shell to do with as you please.
I don't know.
If it's-
I gotta wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
How pissed are you going to be if it's like a really clean shell?
Then I
then-
guess I'll have to build a streetcar.
And then you have to
then he's
figure
got to
out how
get
to
two
get your,
sets underglue.
then you have to figure out how to get your cage out of the one that's in
No, I'll just
and put it
I'll
in
just
the
build
middle.
a new one. It's not worth it. It's not worth trying to cut it out. Just build a new one. There's about 6 billion things I want to change about it, so just start over.
He's at that point already with it.
I think the Injuku cage would be better
Oh yeah.
instead of having to make my own cage. Basically,
Yeah, but that doesn't play so well on the internet though.
what do you mean?
Look at all the content
yeah,
we got.
having to
Hot
fight
piping-
it the whole way.
How it
Hot
doesn't
piping
work.
content.
Don't buy the Jegs cage if you have an FC RX-7, or just don't buy a Jegs cage. Sorry, Jegs. You guys said that fit. I talked to you guys about the fact that it didn't fit. You guys said plenty of people haven't had issues with it. I said if I get in a crash, the top bar is going to come through the top of my helmet, which I know for a fact is not legal, and it doesn't fit. So, sorry, don't buy it. I've had some people ask me, like have texted or sent me messages on Instagram, hey, do you think this is a good idea? And I've said, no,
Nope.
I don't think it's a good
There's
idea.
better options.
Why have you
I
had
don't even know if there's better options.
Why have you had multiple things in that car that like haven't worked? And when you contact the manufacturer, they say, "Oh, well, no one else has ever complained about it."
Because I think people buy shit and then they just give up,
Or make it work without calling them.
or they just put part of it in and then close
Yeah.
enough.
Because
What was the other thing that didn't work?
Rear suspension,
Yeah, the coilovers don't fit. In my opinion, they don't fit correctly.
and they told you to like
Shim him,
shim something out or something like
and
that.
I said no. They were gonna send me a thicker washer, because basically the end of the coilover sits on this dowel pin, and
Yeah.
then there's a bolt with a washer or a fender washer that bolts it onto it.
Right.
And it comes with a washer to space it off of the edge of the trailing arm so it doesn't rub.
Yeah.
And it still rubs, so I ground the trailing arm down because there's tons of metal, so I
Yeah,
ground it
of
down
course.
a little bit. And I told them, like, hey, this doesn't fit. Like, you should just be aware that this doesn't work. And they're like, oh, we'll machine you another washer that's thicker. I was like, no,
That's not
that doesn't
help.
I
because
don't
it
want to
doesn't.
eat up more threads.
Well, the thing of it is that dowel pin, when you put the washer on that they supply, and then you slip the end of the coilover over the pin, it hangs off already.
Oh.
So it's not contacting it 100%. So if I
Right.
put another washer on, it's going to
Should
get
push even
worse.
further
Let's
out.
slide
right.
that leverage point farther.
Yeah,
out.
and you're putting more leverage on that pin thing, and I was just like, I'm not.
No,
I'm
good.
not doing that.
I'll figure something else out.
Just take some more material out of it if I have to. But who knows? What do I know?
I don't know anything.
Idiot. Lincoln's bringing back suicide doors.
So excited.
This is good.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I'll make
they
a bold statement. Lincoln's cooler than Cadillac now.
did. Hey-o.
I'm not a huge fan of this car, but they're going in the right direction.
Dude, no way. This car is
No,
rad AF.
The suicide doors, 100%. The rest of the car could be improved on.
I
It's just
think
kinda-
it looks
it needs to be-
so cool.
It needs to be longer.
It's like gangly looking. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of
like tall.
smished. It's smished and it's too tall and not long enough.
It's kind of like the 300C was, though.
That's the problem.
You don't like the 300?
No.
Of course you don't like the 300C.
If it's gonna be like a Continental, it should look like an
Should
old
be
Continental.
sleek.
Yeah, long.
I agree.
Like a
It's
boat.
a little too tall. It's got a weird look.
Low
to it.
and slow with suicide doors.
I don't disagree with that statement.
Also,
But I think the car looks really, really good.
I think the marketing of this is all screwed up.
Of course,
They're going to have to work on this. They say it's going to appeal to people that would buy a Maybach, which
How much does it cost?
like a
We don't know
tenth
yet.
of what a Maybach costs.
we don't know for sure yet.
Probably not that cheap, but
So,
easily half.
okay, so I understand
Oh, for sure.
it appeals to someone that's going to sit in the back seat, kind of. It makes sense, I think, if it's a hire car. Like if it's a guy in New York and, he's a legitimate middle manager, businessman kind of guy, and he's going to be driven around for a few days,
Yeah, this is perfect.
That makes
for
sense.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
So
like a
the
fleet vehicle.
No, no,
Almost.
he's talking like a Lincoln Town car instead of a
Yeah,
taxi.
like a-
Lincoln
like
Town
a town
car.
Right.
car.
Like,
Yep.
but like a limousine service owns
Yeah.
5 of these.
Yeah, I think that makes great sense.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I don't think you
They
can be
shuttle
like,
people from the airport to the Ritz.
yeah, you want a nicer ride. You want to be able to do a little business in the back while you're driving around. Or if you work in Manhattan or you have business to do in Manhattan and you're going to meetings and you're going to be stuck in traffic for like an hour, you might get one of these and, if you got to go to 3 meetings, you can work in the back. And
Play out your Trump fantasies or something.
my thing is it's not a competitor for, in my opinion, even like a 7 Series.
No, probably not.
So don't even position it to say it's
A Maybach.
a Maybach competitor. It's crazy. It's not.
It's a really cheap same. It's kind of like a fun same idea, but like way cheaper and
Yeah, I was like,
definitely not a
you
Maybach.
guys.
And baby blue.
To be fair, I
Yeah,
think
needs to be black.
Lincoln. I've looked at the Escalade, which there is a new Escalade coming now. They just announced it yesterday, and I've looked at the current.
Does the front end of the new
Navigator.
Escalade look as bad as the front end of the HD?
They haven't released that yet.
Oh, okay.
It's still in bags, camouflage.
Right.
So I've had the Navigator and the Escalade side by side, same price. The Lincoln is way better, times like a billion.
Where does he do these things?
Yeah, what are you doing?
That was at Concourse.
Oh, he does fancy boy things.
Concourse. Willis was there.
Oh.
Looked at the Lincolns and stuff. What?
It's fine. It's fine.
I just I don't know how you would get in a situation where you would have a new Escalade and a new Lincoln Navigator just like right next to each other.
At the Concourse Porsche show.
Oh yeah,
At the Porsche show.
went to the Porsche
Willis
show.
was there.
Yeah.
Willis Cadillac.
No, it's all
was
coming
there,
back together.
And they had a
now. I
Lincoln
forgot
and
about
they
you.
had a Cadillac, and I
Your
looked at them
time
together.
in hipster downtown. I forgot.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
I went
not
and did
hipster. No, we
supermoto
went
things in the hills.
to Django and we had French cuisine, and then
Yeah, you.
yeah,
Yeah. Remember that? This is when we talked about him
this
eating
is when
French
he didn't
fries.
realize that French food was a thing.
You went to
Croissants.
Django without me?
Yeah, Scott and I did. We're the
We've
ones that
talked
do
about
the
this.
we
I'm
do
still
the
offended.
Chicago trip.
Yeah.
Which I can't even fathom. I'll bet he eats at at least a 2-star Michelin restaurant every day. At least.
It's a lifestyle, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Next, when you go this year, you need to make a list of everywhere you eat.
In Chicago?
Yep.
Well, we usually go to like one. We got one spot we got to hit.
Yeah, you
every
blow
time.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just money.
One of these days, Robbie and I are going to have to go to that too. But we're not going to do that part of it. At least
No, you don't.
You
As soon
guys
as you
will
walk in
go.
the door, you don't have a
gu-
choice.
You guys will go, but not do any of this stuff that we
Just
do.
sit
we had
there.
like that. We had
I
like
just
a,
want to go to the auto show.
we
I
had
don't
like an
care about-
1,800 square foot suite.
You see, I don't need that.
That hotel was nuts.
It was bigger than my house.
Yep, me too.
No, it's not.
It was.
It was large. It wasn't bigger than your house, though.
You don't know. You've never been there.
True. I haven't been there, to be fair.
I suppose.
But yeah, I mean, I have no idea where I was. What was I talking about? Oh, Lincoln's better than
How
Cadillac.
Lincolns are
right?
nicer than
Yes.
Cadillacs.
Yes. They are.
Does Cadillac still make the CT6, which I assume would be the competitor to
I
the
think
Lincoln?
so.
Yeah, but I think the CT6 is going to become an SUV or something.
I'm sure.
It's all stupid. It's all of it's dumb.
Because they're killing all their cars. GM's killing all the cars they don't sell.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen in the wild the CT6?
One, I think. I've
I
seen
don't
one.
know. Part of it is probably because I wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know if I really have.
It just looks like a big Cadillac.
Don't they have a long wheelbase version of that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Or maybe. I don't know.
That's a good looking car.
It's not.
It's not bad.
Cadillac's interiors suck,
I
though.
don't love the headlights.
Everything is.
They just kind of upgraded from the GM stuff, but not.
No,
really.
it's all like flat plastic, and it's like a pressure.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a button, and it's not a touch panel, but it's like black plastic that's backlit.
and
and
it senses
Like
like pressure.
Yeah, pressure
maybe
sensitive
capacitive
buttons.
touch or
Yeah, it
something
might be
like that.
capacitive. I hate that stuff. I don't know
I
why.
agree.
It just feels really not
Give me-
luxurious to
Give
me.
me knobs and switches, and dials.
And roll up windows.
No, not in your Maybach.
Not in my
No, not my
fancy
Maybach.
cars.
Just in my sports car.
But I don't see why I can't have nice heavy knobs
Yeah, even like
in my fancy car.
Genesis, the G90, or the Mercedes E-Class. That stuff has a metal knob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be
Metal
absolutely
knob.
like billet
Oh,
aluminum.
yes,
it's the
perfect.
world we live in.
It's like, this is great. And Cadillac has pushy button stuff that feels like it's going to break after 2 years.
And
Which it will.
BMW wants you to use that little mouse ball thing in the center console to do everything, like even pick the drive.
BMW to me feels like they're like 5 years behind on everything.
You just offended so many people.
But BMW people don't even like the new BMW.
No, I think that's probably fair.
And then when they
Except
tell
like the M2, which
they
I don't
tell
even
the
count as a
executive
BMW.
that they haven't made good cars since like the early 2000s, he's like, yeah, I know. It's like, well, do something about
I
it.
get it. I'm with you, bro.
I know it sucks. I hate it here too.
Just cashing
I
those.
was hoping the
paychecks.
Hyundai is going to hire me soon.
I'm just gonna move over there to the N division.
They
So-
hired that Audi guy instead.
True. So anyway, that's pretty cool.
I'm excited about it. I
Suicide
think it's
doors.
rad. I'll probably never see one, but it's pretty cool.
They're cool.
I'd be interested to
So-
see how much they are used.
I would, despite the fact that it's halfway to Gulf Livery, would never, ever own my Cadillac Continental or my Lincoln Continental in baby blue.
No, it'd be black.
Yeah.
It's kind of got to be black.
It kind of has to be black. Maybe a gunmetal gray.
Yeah.
And because I'm just that guy, I would buy mine in white diamond pearl.
I'll allow that.
I don't care if it's a Cadillac color.
I kind of want it black on black though. Some black wheels.
Doesn't need black wheels.
No.
No,
it needs
I
big
want it-
chrome wheels.
No,
Sure.
I want straight murdered out.
Nah, I don't like the murdered out look.
I need chrome wheels.
And I want mine in
Those are
white
some horrible
pearl.
wheels, though. To be fair,
I
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those.
don't know that they're the worst part of the car.
Ugly looking fans.
They're kind of
they look like fans.
luxury. All right.
Meh.
I don't mind them.
Maybe if they're bigger. Well, now that it's
No, you don't want big wheels, Robbie. We want like 16s with some real sidewall.
no, we
This is
don't.
a-
White walls, son. Let's
This
do
is-
it.
Fuck yeah! If you have a
Get some
black,
16s and some white walls.
if you have a black car with white walls, hell
You just won.
yeah.
You just won. Lincoln, absolutely.
And you want some sidewall so that your ride's not so harsh, Robbie.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
This is a luxury car.
I know.
Listen to Chris Harris. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Chris Harris on Joe Rogan from like 2014.
I did
Small
listen-
wheels.
I
It's my
did listen to
podcast
that.
genesis.
Small wheels.
I did listen to that.
It's the very first podcast I ever listened to
Oh yeah.
on Michael's recommendation.
Yeah,
You know.
great
Now
stuff.
look where we're at.
Yeah, look where that led you.
Sucker.
Waste
That'll
of my
show you.
life.
New efficient ignition system will be tested on Porsches.
Good.
They like are head first into this. Like this is going to save the internal combustion engine, even though we just spent a whole bunch of money making a battery powered car.
Well, Porsche didn't have anything to do with this.
No, they're
But
just-
one of the Porsche design or like one of the Porsche bosses is like, this is great. I'm going to invest in this company.
Yeah, he
and
owns
we're
a
going to stick it in
20%.
our race cars.
he owns a 20% stake. But yeah,
What do you think about microwave pulse ignition?
It's good. Like even
I don't
like
know what it means.
Even like I'd actually read a handful of research papers on it. It's
That's why,
I'm
we,
not-
have,
I'm
that's
not-
why we have an engineer on staff.
I'm not gonna be able to like explain to you the process behind
You're
it.
not an electrical engineer.
No, but even like the really elementary ones were equivalent or better than spark plugs right off the bat. So even with the flaws, they were as good as a spark plug. So you give that to a company that can actually develop it and make it function in the car and like have materials that can handle the heat or the stresses or all that stuff. It's definitely the right direction.
And they seemed quite confident that they would be able to make it in a package that could retrofit
Any
into
car.
standard spark plug powered vehicles.
Yep.
So
No,
you could
I-
take this and put it in anything. And it should just, in theory, make your gas mileage better.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be desired when it comes to ignition, like whether it's your spark plug or something that replaces it, or even your fuel injectors. Like there's a lot of room for improvement in my eyes that you could make it more efficient.
It's interesting to me that in the years we've gone through such great lengths to
Spark-
try and improve everything. And like the spark plugs
Hasn't changed.
relatively unchanged since like 1935.
Yeah, it's basically the same design it's always been.
Right. I mean, there's been some small changes here and there, like diode numbers
Mm-hmm.
and placements and some little things here and there. But for the most part, it's basically the same thing.
Yep. Or how about laser ignition?
Shit, son. Fucking laser beams, man. Put this on.
Super hyper efficient. It gets all the vapors, or super vaporized.
Audi's
and
too
then
busy
lasers.
putting them in their headlights.
I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
Is that a thing?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, they did mention something about laser ignition. I don't know if it's less practical
Yeah, I can't imagine. it's
or you
cheap.
need like a complete redesign of the engine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would
In
think
order
that
to
shooting
use-
a laser at your piston over that's hot enough to ignite the fuel probably
Well, you'd have
over
to like
time might not be
you
so
would change
good.
your
Maybe a
you would change the
dissipated
focus.
laser, yeah.
Yeah, you can change the focus.
That's fair.
So this company's called MWI Microwave Ignition, and they're in from Germany.
That's
It's
accurate.
Empfingen.
That's
accurate, absolutely.
Germany. They say decrease of fuel consumption by 30%, which is remarkable.
Pretty significant.
Huge.
And then they even claimed up to 80% on
Nitrous
emissions.
oxide
Yeah.
emissions.
Which is,
So
I was just gonna say, like in airplanes, low NOx is like the big thing right now.
right,
So I mean, this is definitely right up that alley.
low NOx. Did you hear that? That's an industry term.
Yeah, he did. He threw an industry
Stood
term
right
right
out
at
there,
us.
like he's
So
NOx.
So the basic concept behind this is that you get a more instantaneous and complete ignition instead of, like, you can imagine a spark plug. It ignites from one point and the flame front spreads.
Yeah, like-
so it's actually
like a
like a
cloud.
slow. It's a slow ignition in
relative terms.
relative terms, where the flame front spreads out across the whole space of what's left of the compressed piston. The volume inside the piston.
Yep.
Whereas this, you have multiple flame fronts.
Mm-hmm.
It ignites from multiple points, and it happens more instantaneously. And so, therefore, you could have, you have a shorter ignition event, which means you have more control of that ignition at higher RPM, which is an issue in internal combustion engines right now. Is that you have to continue to advance your spark because your actual ignition event takes such a long relative time, so that you have to advance that ignition before your cylinder hits top dead center.
Right.
So you're giving up a bunch.
Yeah, so you're kind of compensating for that slow ignition by advancing your timing, so that the actual ignition happens before top dead center. With this, you've got more control over that ignition, and you don't have to advance that spark quite so
then,
much.
Not only do you get a more efficient burn that's cleaner, but I think that at that point you might even, especially in higher rev ranges, be able to make more power even, I would say.
Yeah.
It's weird they didn't claim. They just kind of omitted that entirely. I'm not sure why. Anything
also
about power
question-
claims?
Would you need to really take advantage of it? Would you need a tune?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yep. I would say that you would.
So
Because again, your ignition timing is going to be completely different, and they're claiming that you can run a leaner air fuel ratio.
ooh, we like that.
Lean is good.
Lean is hot though too.
Hotter.
True.
But I think they said this was a cooler ignition, or am I making that up?
That would make sense.
I think maybe I made that up.
I can't remember.
Maybe that was
We're gonna
another
roll with it.
That was another article. I didn't write that down, so I'm not going to go with that. But yeah, so I think you'd have to. I think you don't have to change a lot of things, but you have to take a lot of things into consideration at the same time.
Right.
I'm sure that, just a hot swap and you probably still will have some level of advantage, but to get the most out of it, you need a tune. Just like
Any change like
relatively any other minor change, yeah, you might get a difference, but you could get more with a tune. So
Yep.
I think it's cool. They're going to be testing it in Porsche's race cars, which I also think is kind of cool because they always talk about how you get this trickle down from racing into road cars, but like especially as our cars have gotten more advanced, you don't see that as much as you used to. I
No.
don't think.
It doesn't get that endurance testing like it
Right, and
used
so
to.
I think it's cool that's where they're testing it because it kind of gives me that win on Sunday, sell on Monday feel.
Yep.
Right. I thought it was kind of neat.
Fock Autotech is the race team that they're working with.
And their Super Cup.
Porsche Super Cup car, and there are rumors that Hyundai is also investing in this technology through MWI.
If I remember right, Super Cup is the series where if you drive a Porsche in a series but are not a Porsche factory driver, you can compete in Super Cup. Something like that.
Interesting.
Maybe that's not what that is. It's something along those lines. It's a Porsche thing.
He should know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, because he's the motorsports guy.
I'm the motorsports
He
guy.
loves watching racing.
Love motorsports more than anything in the world.
True.
He loves being involved in it, doing it.
Well,
not-
yeah.
Not watching.
I like being there. I don't like watching it on TV. Maybe that's why I don't like sports ball either.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's it.
I don't have a lot. Merry Christmas.
It's a very short
Or I
show.
mean,
Is it?
It's 2018.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Short show this week, but that's okay.
How many? How long? Hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's
It used to be long for us.
It's kind of no. It's always been average.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of where we've been again. We
That's
kind
okay.
of crested into that 2-hour mark, and we were like, "Whoa,
That's way too long.
let's calm
Dial
it
it
down
back
a
a
bit."
little bit.
Yeah,
So that's fair. Anything else coming up you guys can think of? We're gonna have a show over all the holidays, I think,
I think we are.
unless something comes
We're
up
not gonna
or
short
Robbie
it.
has to travel.
Yeah, that should be fine. I'll travel back just for the show.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
coming back just for our special guest next week. Very famous person.
Very famous.
Very famous. He does professional driving.
Assuming he doesn't completely.
Is that Kevin Lawrence?
Oh my God! It's Kevin Lawrence.
Foreshadowing. No, he's not. Gonna
If he
show
doesn't
up.
He's
show up,
probably
I'm
gonna.
so
He's
pissed.
probably gonna text me. a
Hey
couple days like,
guys,
hey
sorry,
dude, I'm really
I
sorry.
can't do it.
Can we do this next week or like the week after?
It is during all the holidays, so you
Right.
can't blame somebody if they become
No, you should have
unavailable.
perfect time for that. Because you're not doing anything that night. It's a podcasting.
That's true.
It's
I
the
think-
day after New Year's.
Yeah.
No, it's the day after Christmas.
Oh, right. Isn't New Year's on a Tuesday too?
They're always on the same day.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah,
There's 7 days.
I don't know that I've ever noticed that before.
yeah, they're always on the same day.
Interesting.
Now that you mention it.
You know what? That makes a lot of
it is.
sense.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
coincidence.
Look at that.
Keeps happening on the same
Huh.
day.
Wild world.
All right, let's end the show. We'll see you guys next week.